Hey guys, it's Will, oh Jesus, from X Productions, and this is a video of the new game Skyrim. It's apparently a pretty awesome game. This is me actually playing. This is my first time playing, matter of fact. But if you have questions about the game, don't ask me. I don't own it. My friend brought it over to my house, and I played it and recorded. So I'm going to be teaching you how to kill a giant at level 1. I'm a level 1 in this session, and I kick a giant's ass. It takes a while, but I do it. It's pretty cool. So you can go in between first and third person, which is pretty neat. And you're gonna see me going in between a lot throughout this video. What you're gonna want to do to take down a giant, guys, in Skyrim, you're gonna want to have a safe zone. Like, I have this rock structure right here where he can't really get up to. He can kind of, if he sees me right on the front rocks, he can swing his club up and hit me. Oh, I'm flying! Wait, look, I try to fly off, but I fall. If he sees me on the front areas, he can swing his club up and hit me, but I tried to keep it safe and stay in the back area. So as you can see, I'm kind of like, juking him around. And what I would constantly do is run out there, hit him, and then run away. And, he'll run away from me if I, show him. But this is like a standoff, so it's kind of boring. But at this moment, it was kind of intense because we didn't know what was going to happen. So imagine me sitting here playing this game, but 6 people surrounding me watching this happen. Because they all... Oh, see you later, man. Sorry, my friend Jake just left. So this is my friend Jake's game. So if you want to actually... If you want to learn about this game, and if you want to, you can go to my friends list, and my gamer tag is still XII Bobaggins with a Z at the end, BOBAGGINZ with XII and IIX, so XII Bobaggins, and then IIX, no spaces, but there are some capitals. BO's capital, BA's uncapital, GG is capital, and then INZ is uncapital, and then the I's are uncapital, and the X's are capital. So if you go into my friends list, look for Gallows195. He will answer your questions. He has played Oblivion at the ass, or you can ask Teokonrut. He is my cousin. He is also a Oblivion nut dude. Him and Gallows are pros at this game. They know every little thing. They know every little trick and tip. But I thought I would do a little tip video for the giant thing because apparently I had a good way of going about fighting this thing because, I had played this game for about 20 minutes at this point, and I was already starting to fight these big-ass motherfuckers. So, as you can see, guys, I just saved my progress right at that point. So, if I were to die, I would start right back there. So, what you're going to want to do is, when in your safe spot, pause and go and hit save. Constantly be saving so you don't have to go back far, because at the beginning when I didn't know I could do that, I would go down there and fight the giant, and maybe I would take down his health halfway, and then he would kill me, and then I'd start all over again. And I said to my friend Jake, I'm like, yo, can I just save mid-fight? And he was like, yeah, why not? So, as you can see, I'm going to go back and forth in between using my fire spell. I'm not going to get close to him and hit him with my sword. That is the last thing you want to do. And you'll see at the end I do hit him with and finish him off with my longsword by just slicing up his side. But that's because when you kill a giant and when he's at his final seconds of life, he falls to his hands and knees and he's vulnerable. That's the only time. And he does drop some hefty loot. He gives you can get a lot of loot out of this guy. So as you can see, I'm saving again just to be safe, guys. You probably, if you haven't seen it yet, it should be up already. Alright, there we go, hunting bow. Hunting bow's better. But if you haven't seen it already, it's going to be called the Skyrim Giant Montage. The giant just kicking my ass. Or it's going to be called something like that. Go onto my channel. It'll be titled Skyrim and then colon, and then it'll have the title of the video. So anyway, guys, you just got to constantly save. So my little tip here to say is that when using a bow, always be in always be in first person, and always hold it for a second. Hold your arrow for a second, because you saw that one arrow, it just fell out of the front and just fell to the ground instantly. So as you can see, I was pushing the giant back, and I didn't want him to be, I want him to be in a way afraid of me. I want him to, be thinking, I don't want to be near this guy, I want to back away. I want him to be kind of scared of me to give me space. But at the same time, I want to attract him towards me to try to hit him. So it's kind of like a seesaw fight, you gotta like back him up and then he'll back you up, So it's back and forth, and it's pretty crazy, and it's a lot of fun. Fighting giants is extremely difficult, though, because my cousin Teokonarut, who I will remind you once again is a Skyrim Oblivion Elder Scrolls beast, at level 14, when he fights one of these things, it takes down his health halfway. So as you can see there, guys, that was a scary moment. You always want to know where you are. So I saved, because at this point, I don't know if I'm going to make it. This is when I was running. I didn't know how I was going to do. So I'm trying to keep my distance from this big guy. But as you can see, I didn't know where I was, so I turned around and just walked into a rock, because I didn't know where I was. And you gotta be aware of where you are at all times, guys. This could be a matter of life and death if you don't know where you are. So as you can see, guys, I didn't know where I was, and evidently it almost got me killed. Thank God I was able to bust out of there really quick, or else I would have been dead. So as you can see, though, guys, I'm just drilling him with arrows, but at this point I only have about 15 left, so I'm running short, and I'm gonna have to go back to my fire spell soon. But this is a really nice way. Using the bow and arrow, it's a very nice way, especially if you can get headshots with it. It's a very good way to take down a giant. It has range, it's got power, and it's just nice. It's pretty accurate too. That was a fail. That was my fault that it didn't hit. You'll know when it hits. You'll hear like that kind of sound, like a like it hits skin. You'll hear it. But anyway, guys, so if you haven't noticed, I have like all iron armor, and that's because I went to a bandit hideout. Oh, and once again, guys, see, that's me. But I went to a bandit hideout along the way here. I didn't know I was gonna fight a giant today. I was walking around up in the mountains, and I fought a bunch of bandits up in their like village area. And I took them down, and one of them had a nice, they have studded something, like a studded leggings, and they had all kinds of iron armor and this hunting bow, and they had a bunch of really nice loot, and I looted them, and then went and bought something. I think, no, I had actually already bought my loot, or bought my stuff. So, that helps me a lot, of course. Iron armor is very good armor. And once again, see, guys, you gotta that's one thing that you can't do, like, exactly like I'm doing in this video. You gotta be constantly aware of where you are. But, I'm still kicking ass. And see, right there, I knew where I was, so I was comfortable, and I wasn't too worried about turning around. See, I'm down to one more arrow, guys, and whing! And it fell right short, so I go to save, and look, I go to shoot, and it just says there are no arrows loaded. Get ready. I'm gonna go to shoot. Oh, that was my last one. I'm gonna go to, like, aim back, and it's just gonna say, no arrows loaded. Oh, wait, I guess I have... Oh, look, no arrows equipped. So at this point, I realize I gotta go to my items, my weapons, and switch over to my iron sword. The only reason I'm not using the iron greatsword is because I cannot use a flame spell with that, or a healing spell for that matter. So I need something that I can dual wield a nice flame spell with to take this guy down from range. See, if I could use the greatsword, it's a two-handed sword, that's why I can't use it, then I gladly would, because that thing is very good for just taking down bandits. So as you can see, I'm down to fire. See, I have him on his hands and knees, but it takes me too long to get there. So at this point, I'm angry. I'm like, I gotta get him. So I light him on fire, and I'm running out. Oh, and I run out of magic, which is that bottom left blue bar, and he's down on the ground. He's down for the count. So I go over and boom, 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 and I take him down, guys. So check out this loot. All right, we open it. 8 iron arrows, a garnet, his toe, his goat hide, and 112 gold, a wolf pelt, and the hide boots aren't that great. But look at that, guys. That is some very good loot. I mean, so right here, if you're wondering what I'm trying to do, my friends are like, try to take his hammer, and I'm like, I don't think it's gonna work. But it was a very fun, he was a worthy opponent, guys. And it was such a fun experience today getting to play this game. I never thought that playing alone could be so much fun, but you know what, guys? This game has changed my gaming experience forever, I've always been a fan of And that wasn't like a disrespectful smack to the body, like, yeah, I owned you. It was like I was trying to flip him over. But, I've always thought that, Borderlands is always going to be better than this game just because, Borderlands is 4-player. And I still honestly do think Borderlands is a better game. But, I thought Borderlands made this game look bad, and this game is great, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. How to Take a Giant Down is a level 1. It was a whole lot of fun doing this, guys, and I hope that, I've decided, after playing this game for about an hour and a half tonight, I'm gonna get it. So I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoyed this gameplay, and I'll have more up as soon